Have you guys ever seen The Croods?
Seen what?
On Netflix. Have you ever seen The Croods? It's a kid's movie.
Yes.
It's
Oh, dude, you know what?
Matt, you reminded me of Nick Cage at that part where he's squeezing the idea out of his head.
I'm gonna go find this.
Not good. Not good.
No.
Jared said that that's a really accurate impression of what it's like for him to come up with an idea sometimes. It's so, and when you squint like that and then you go, it's because I'm thinking, that's what it made me think of.
That's so funny.
I don't even remember what I was going to say now.
Movie. Oh, sorry, Matt.
Oh, I do. Alright, so.
It's so good.
The owner of my ex company, the one who I have the bet with about the no ladies thing.
Yeah.
He took anyone that like his best friend is like one of the something EOs at DreamWorks. So he would take us to go see whatever DreamWorks movie of the year. The whole company would go see it like a week before or whatever. And I remember going to see The Croods in theaters, and it was like the first movie of like all 7 we saw that was actually good.
It's really good, Jackie. The concept is like really good.
Home made me cry, but
we
the rest
love
of them
Home.
Don't.
Okay.
I
loved Home.
Home
I watched
We
stunk.
love that.
Home
we have
sucked.
that too. Only because it made you cry.
Well, it made me cry. It felt like a 2-hour-long Beyonce or Rihanna trailer preview. Okay, yeah. It felt like a 2-hour-long Beyonce what do you call it? Like a preview album.
Rihanna.
No, I think it was J-Lo.
It
was
Rihanna.
J-Lo.
No,
It's
J-Lo's
J-Lo.
in there. She's
I think
She's the
in
one
there.
singing.
I'm quite sure it was.
No,
I'm quite sure it
Rihanna
was Rihanna.
No, it's J-Lo.
Oh my god, I'm looking it up.
I'm looking
doing
it up right now. I don't know how to spell J-Lo.
Jared and I made Matt cry today in Hobby Lobby for telling him how much we love
Oh my god, dude! You should have seen when I walked away, dude. I went there to spend.
Oh yeah, J-Lo.
And
it's the song,
Rihanna.
Right? No, wait, hold on.
I went there to spend $10 on a projector screen. You know what has the best music of all the movies?
Trolls.
Moana. Not
Moana.
Trolls.
Yeah, no, it's Moana.
We love Trolls too. We don't give a shit.
Trolls ain't bad actually. They're like 1 or 2 original songs are really good. Their covers are pretty alright, but
touche. That's a good point.
They had 1 or 2 originals that were fucking fantastic.
We honestly love the cover of September in that movie.
Oh, that was a really good one.
Really good cover.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I haven't watched. I think I started watching Trolls, but then something happened and I didn't finish it.
It's like the only one we love. Well, not the only one, but it's one of the ones we actually like to watch.
Oh, okay.
I swear.
Watch
this here. I want to show you guys something that you guys might actually laugh at. All right.
Okay. So right now, Grace and I we're watching all the non-Cinderella or princess movies right now. So then when Artemis can actually start dressing up and remembering, we will put her in a princess dress for the night, and she's not going to understand why. And then we'll show her the movie. So then she'll have that memory.
Oh my god, cute.
Can you guys see my screen?
Idea. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think I found the song.
No. So if I go to music,
what are you looking for?
No. When it goes to like the music playlist recommended, if I just keep scrolling, it works better on my TV. But so if I keep, that only does that one. Where's the music one?
You have to press one of the mixes and scroll.
That's it.
Okay.
Fucktard, idiot. Watch later, trending.
Don't stop saying that stuff to yourself.
Are you talking about yourself? Jeez.
Yes,
you
she does this all the fuck time.
You said it.
No, I said Dodo. Stop.
Don't.
Here we go.
I don't like
music channels.
Talk like that.
I call you Dodo Bird because that's what my dad calls me, and I call everyone else Dodo Bird or Dodo Chicken or Dodo Pig.
Oh, I'm about to steal those last two. 100%. Dodo Chicken. Awesome.
Moana.
Oh, she's. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
What song are you looking for?
You saw it already?
Which one?
I have it on my phone at command because I have a kid. Yeah. Which song do you want? It's right here. Boom.
It's because it's like every time I open YouTube on my TV, it's like the first like
recommends it.
First 3 out of 5 stations, like genre stations, are Moana stations. It's like the greatest hits of Moana is like the first thing YouTube recommends every time I open it. Every time.
There's a cover of the You're Welcome song.
Oh my God, by
Jared
who?
loves it, by Jordan Fisher here.
I don't know who that.
It's
Oh,
really
it's got
good.
Lin-Manuel Hamilton on the right.
Oh, Jordan
And
Fisher.
the guy on the left is
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Is he the? Oh, I'll tell Jared. Where is he? Oh, he's long gone. I don't know where he is. He needs to download Hamilton. What are we talking about today? Do you have questions for me, or are we just what's?
No, I don't
I'm
think.
curious.
I have one question that doesn't have to be on or not. Can you physically get hurt in your dreams?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of theories about that. There's a lot of theories.
I have a few dream damages stories.
First of all, obviously you can act out your dreams, which means you don't like have that chemical or whatever. It doesn't get released in your brain that gives you sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
But
Mike Birbiglia.
What's that? Who's that?
He's a stand-up comedian, and you watch anything from him. He's got this thing where he acts out.
I just sent y'all a picture.
Every moment
on text.
Yeah, it's loading. It's taking forever.
Every moment that happens in his dreams, he acts out. So in his life, he has jumped out of like 7th story, 9th story, 10th story windows like multiple times, and like
dreams.
So now when he goes to bed, he's a stand-up comedian. Now when he goes to bed, he has to wrap himself in a sleeping bag, have someone duct tape him into it, like with like oven mitts duct taped to his hands, so he can't get out of them.
Oh, Jackie.
Yeah, it's been days now, and I keep getting them, and they're all from dreaming.
Wait, what? How?
Did Grayson know? Does he tell you you're like moving around or anything?
No, because he's the one. If I have like a nightmare, he'll wake me up, or if I scream his name, he's right next to me. So no, he says nothing.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
So I was gonna tell you guys. I told you about my dreams getting flown up in the air and then slamming back down to the ground. So the other night, I was about to say, unfortunately, the other night I got all brave. In my dream, I was very lucid, and in my dream, I was like, "All right, I'm ready. I'm braver now." I remember thinking like, "I'm ready to go up in the air," and I even kind of did it on purpose. And it made me feel so sick. It was horrible.
Oh, no.
It was horrible. Oh my God. It's okay.
Don't fight your dreams. Oh, by the way,
you should kind of try to fight them.
I haven't remembered a dream in over a week.
Yes.
Nice.
Yay.
Well, at least someone's making some progress in the sleep.
I don't know if that's progress. I think you're supposed to remember your dreams.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's better not to.
No, it's better not to.
Well, not if they're 90% nightmares, I suppose.
They're better not to.
That feels like trauma.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
I'm not being like my dreams aren't scary. I had only one dream that was scary, only because I knew I was starting to like jump into something else, but it wasn't like scary. It was like I knew I was going to travel somewhere and I didn't want to go, so I got really scared. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I woke up with Grayson, and he protects me. But none of my dreams have been like aggressive or anything like that, like at all. They're just every single time I'll like bump into something in the dream, or like I ran through a forest the other day. It was just like really weird.
That just sounds really fun.
Well, yeah, no, my dreams have been fun lately because my days have been pretty shitty.
At least you get that break. Yeah, and you don't go have shitty dreams later after having a shitty day. Yeah, that sucks a lot. I'm really happy because Leo season starts tomorrow, which means we're done with Cancer season, which means...
Does Cancer season have anything to do with the disease?
Cancer is, kind of. Cancer's the... You mean the corona disease?
Yeah,
no.
Oh.
No.
Cancer, the zodiac sign. I didn't know for a second.
Did he just say herpes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. No.
No. I meant...
herpes? Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Herpes simplex, but there's nothing simple about it.
No, Cancer season is... Cancer's a cardinal water sign, and Cancers are just kind of crybabies of the zodiac. No offense, Cancers. But it's just an emotional season. And so Leo is like Leo's very fun-loving. Leo's in the sun. Leo is the 5th house, which is all about pleasures and indulgences and having a break. And I kind of hope that we actually, like, all collectively kind of get a break for Leo season.
That'd be fucking
nice. I think
nice.
we've all earned it. Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see.
I'm down. I need this. I'm down.
I'm up.
By the way, Dani, I know you're gonna listen to the episode we just recorded.
Yeah, I will. If that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just making sure that you're okay with it.
I don't know that you'll finish it.
I'm just. He doesn't know if you'll finish it, but I said something about you, about like how you were helping us like deal with our past and stuff like that, and I'm mad at you. You didn't tell me everything. I just, in my head, I thought I was going to deal with my mom emotionally, but that's not what happened. But I'm not. I'm mad at you, but I'm not mad at you.
I feel so bad. I said it all day today, ever since Matt texted me. I was like, this is all my fault. But
no, it's not your fault.
It kind of technically is your fault.
No, it was going to happen anyway.
But it's a good thing.
It's not her fault. She just made me like push myself.
I still stand by everything I said, and I'm still glad that
it's a good
working
thing
through it. But it is. I will say, in my very mild defense, I did tell you it sucks.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Extremely painful. You
did say that.
It's not easy. There's a reason everybody avoids doing shadow work. Like, seriously.
The thing. It's like, I have Artemis. I have to make sure I'm okay for her. And then I have Grace, and I have to make sure that I'm okay for him, too. Like, I'm already messed up, like, physically. I had a lot of problems, and my husband was there for it. But, like, when I'm dealing with these emotional things, I don't know how to let him help me. Or, like, I did it again. I, like, shut down. I was like, okay, I have to be perfect right now for Artemis. I scared her really bad the other day. So I was like... I was having an anxiety attack, like, really bad anxiety attack. I had to call Grayson. But, like, as soon as I saw her crying because she was scared, I was like, nope, I had to, like, shut down. Like, be perfect. I'll still work on that part, but, like, I don't know when to find time for that part. So.
Hey,
What?
Oh, I was going to say, you've got a child as well, so... I mean, the real
I had
debate.
A really bad attack in front of her about 4 or 5 months ago. That's why I started therapy.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly why I started therapy, because I was with her by myself too. I had to call Jared. He was all the way in Greeley, which from our house is like a little over an hour away, and he couldn't leave right away. He didn't have his own car since he was on a job. Yeah. And so I had to call his mom to come get Blair for me. But so that's what I did, is I found somebody who could come take her, or could have come and like stayed with her while I went in our room. Because I remember calling Jared and just being like, I'm keeping it together enough with her right now. Like, I have enough instinct and strength and will right now to keep it together enough. But I know that I could lose it at any moment. And I did. And I just like held it together just barely long enough till his mom got there. And I couldn't even talk to her when she got there. I was like nodding and shaking my head. And then I needed her to leave. And then I just let myself totally lose it. So if you have trusted people that can help, that is my biggest suggestion in how to find like time and give yourself safe space to have like an emotional or even a physical reaction if that's going to happen. And like knowing that it's completely okay to take time off for mental health sick days just as much as physical health sick days. And I'm even learning that a lot, because it's very hard for me to ask for help.
I feel like I don't get sick a lot, and most of my sick days are either hangovers or mental health days. But the debate by the end of this thing recording we had done this morning was how do you teach a child, especially a girl, how to like be wolf.
Okay, I'll
to understand that men are fucking monsters, but not to fear them completely.
Like you have a daughter of your own now, and one of the biggest things that since I knew I was going to have a girl, and this is why I didn't want to have a girl. how do I teach her to be a strong girl, understand that there's a possibility she can or will get raped, and how to protect herself, but at the same time not be scared of men
So,
and not trust them.
first of all, my point in that debate, my biggest point I want to drive home is we absolutely need to teach men the exact same thing. Men are also victims of rape, and they feel even more scared to come out and talk to anybody about it than women do.
Oh, I'm well aware of it.
And so
I am not.
I think that it's more about teaching about. I'm trying to learn. I'm reading this book that my therapist just told me about called Unfuck Your Intimacy.
Shut up.
No, seriously. And I'm only on, I don't know, the first couple of chapters, but so far I do really like it. But what I'm trying to do, where I'm approaching this, is I do want to be sex positive. I agree. I don't want a teacher to be scared of people or sex.
Right.
And bearing in mind that I'm also very much clearly learning myself. And I mean, honestly, I think that the best thing that I can do is Jared and I talk about this stuff all the time. All the time. We talk about, like, the fun stuff that is great, that we're excited for in parenting, but we talk about the really dark stuff that we know we're going to have to do and have to talk about.
Probably the best way to handle it.
Yeah, and we're constantly, like, we're not afraid to talk about those things. And so we're seriously all the time just talking about how do you think we should handle this. And for the most part, keep in mind you can plan as much as you want, but a bunch of it is going to come from the situation as it arises for you. I mean, you're going to have to go off of your own gut and, like, when it's an appropriate time to start talking about things and the way that you start talking about them. You don't want to go so honest that you don't want to overshare, I guess I should say, at a too young of an age where you scare them in that way, right? Like you said, you don't want a teacher to be scared of men, but
Right.
or anyone. I don't. But at the same time,
it's not. I know we're saying men as in, like, that's
No, but
statistically that's what happens.
No, you're accurate.
There are women that do.
Yeah. Rape
Yeah, that
men,
do.
and
Yeah,
little
that's
boys, especially
well,
like
and girls,
babysitters and stuff. Oh yeah, and they rape girls.
But
yeah.
For the most part, even for boys and little girls, it's men.
I have a lot of theories for that though too.
Oh,
well,
why
yeah.
that is.
I got something after when you're done.
It comes from, by the way, not. I don't want to teach Blair that she's born a victim any more than I wouldn't want to teach my son he's born a monster. That's not okay either way.
Yeah. No,
I
agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's I hate that. That makes me so sad for all of the men that I do love and care about.
I know.
That they were literally born to and taught to be that they were just came out a monster. Whereas we need to talk about just toxic parenting and that's where these things start. And that's where these things are fixed, is in the home. Which is why I love that we're even talking about this in general. Because I think that we don't even talk about it with our friends very often.
No.
You really only talk about it with your partner, like the parent, right? The other parent. If that, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I guess the long-winded answer is I don't know necessarily the right way. I don't know because she's my first kid too, and I don't truly know. But I'm trying to take my experiences and what I would have wanted versus what did happen, and Jared's doing the same thing, and then we talk about it and we come up with a mutual solution that we're both most comfortable with, I guess. So, like, Jared, for example, when we were talking about, like, one of our friends' kids was starting 5th grade for the, what is it, growing and changing, the puberty education.
Oh, yeah. Sex ed almost?
Sex ed. It's not even really sex ed. It's really
body changing
about
ed.
Puberty. Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember it being very much at all about actual sex. There was sex ed at my high school. I didn't take it, but that was, in 5th grade, it was about puberty.
Wait, you didn't take it?
I didn't take sex ed in high school, no.
Did they?
It was an
or junior high?
elective. No, it was an elective. I didn't have to. I just didn't want to. So
And I'm sorry to derail this. Where did you learn it?
Where'd I learn what? Sex?
Anything about it?
Actually, overall, my mom shared quite a bit.
Oh, that's good.
And actually, there's some hit and miss stuff there.
Yeah,
but actually, that's a good segue. Let me finish my first thought really quick.
For it.
So, Jared and I were talking about the sex talk because somebody was complaining about having to have the talk with their kid. And I was really surprised because sometimes I forget that I'm just as brainwashed to all of these boxes that society shows us in. But he was like, I want to be just as involved in the sex talk with Blair. And I was like, you do? Like, I just assumed the mom does it with the girls and the dad, right? I don't know.
That's what I figured.
And then he was like, why would I not want to? Why would I not want to be a positive influence and role model for, like, a partner? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
so strange because
I never would have thought of that.
Most guys are like, if I have a daughter, I'm gonna have a shotgun ready, and she's not gonna talk to a boy until she's 35.
He gets like cute protective, but he doesn't. I don't know. He still is he helps me. Like, I get all sad about her growing up so fast, and I'm like, this sucks so bad. And he reminds me all the time, he's like, I'm excited for all of it. I'm excited for the toddler. I'm excited for the kid. I'm excited for the teenager, even though it'll be hard.
I'm sorry, did you say she was 2 yet?
She's 2 in like 2 weeks.
Got it.
So almost, yeah. He's like, and I'm even excited for when she's an adult. He was like, no matter what, it's a new phase that we get to learn and experience with her. And I was like, no one has ever had that perspective that I've ever been told.
It's called fake optimism.
I'm excited to see her grow.
I'm excited to see her grow, but I'm trained like everyone else to think it's so heartbreaking and so sad and so terrible that she'll grow older.
No, I like since
have
she was
panic
born,
attacks about it.
I was wishing she was a little bigger so I could see what was next. But the only thing I do miss is me holding her and her not squirming. Because now she squirms.
I know.
Wait, you can drop them.
Little.
What?
If they're squirming?
Oh, no, she doesn't squirm like that. It's more like she wants to climb onto my chest so that she could, like, see everything. Or she wants to climb on my chest so she could put her mouth on my mouth. Like, it's always something funny. She's so funny.
That is pretty cute.
Larry, like, has never cuddled. She only cuddles when she's so sleepy or sick. Yeah, she's busy.
Oh, I want a cuddly baby.
She loves to come over and, like, give you a hug. She loves to check in. She's very affectionate that way. But she does not sit still ever. That's how I know something's wrong when she's sick. So is when she just wants to cuddle.
Does she sleep through the night?
Oh, yeah. Holy cow. That kid sleeps like a freaking rock.
Like a me?
She probably... Who was I telling? I took her on a hike, and I think it was a mile or something like that. And at first I was like, man, that seemed kind of far because she's 2 or whatever. And I was like, she probably honestly walks like 5 miles a day. That's how much she walks around.
That's
she
a
walks
lot.
so much. I'm serious, though. I should put a Fitbit on her.
Oh, my God.
That sounds like Artemis. It's just... Even though she's moving a lot, every movement is, like, very cuddly. Like, she wants me to give her kisses, or she wants me to play with her, or she wants to hug me.
That's
and then
so cute.
They're all, like, very fast movements, so sometimes we've hit mouths before, but she's so, like, cuddly. Like, in that way, but she's too energetic to stay still.
This is the absolute worst timing for this joke.
What's your joke, man?
I had a Fitbit joke.
Oh, gosh. Okay, go for it.
Oh, my God. What is it?
So yesterday, guys, I went to the store and I bought a Fitbit. And I masturbated for 4 miles.
Oh, my God.
Okay, this is just a joke. I'm like...
Do you watch The League?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why as soon as you said I have a Fitbit joke and now's the worst time for it, I'm like, I know what this is about.
Is that joke from The League?
No, not the exact, like, wording, but that's what Ruxin, they're all
Ruspin?
doing bets. Ruspin, yeah. They're all somebody wins something or gets first pick or something like that for whoever runs the most miles. And Ruxin just jacks off with it and wins. Yeah.
That's funny.
We love that.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's so
I forgot
funny.
the point. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was gonna say. So Grayson, he grew up very with very progressive parents, so he's like the perfect human. When I say perfect, I'm like, his parents are awesome. They were very understanding. They had boundaries, but they didn't control him or anything like that. So lucky, like I never imagined to do anything without him, especially the sex talk. I just assumed he was just, you're gonna be there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna have a sex talk with me and Artemis when she's bigger?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Did he say I guess so?
Yeah, that's his answer to almost any question.
I'm surprised you're doing this not in your car.
It's too fucking hot here in Texas right now.
I see, yeah.
What time is it? Even this late?
It's 10 o'clock. Yes.
It's
And
probably
it's
still in the
still that
90s.
hot?
It's probably still in the
Yes.
high 90s.
And
Ugh.
I'm on my period right now and I don't feel like doing anything and I'm still throwing up, so no.
I'm sorry.
It's
That
okay.
sucks.
It's not your fault.
Well, a little bit. Even Matt said it's a little bit my
No,
fault, technically.
Matt. I'm gonna kill you, Matt. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's that you gave her
Caused
advice.
it to happen.
That is, you gave her advice. She took it, and now she is going to be better. But for right now, she had a shitty day or a couple days.
Well, at least you know I take advices and I use them.
Well, she trusts you and takes advice from you.
Yeah.
You're one
I
of.
think it's gonna be a lot better. In fact, that was in the first couple of chapters of my book, was that the way that this stuff, you never know when it can come out, but unresolved trauma will find a way out, and you just have to find whatever way is best for you for dealing with that. And actually, there was a couple of techniques in there, I just learned about them today, that are like therapy techniques. I think you have to find a therapist that does this. There's therapy techniques that you can do that you don't even have to technically even talk about it. There's like other ways to learn healthier coping mechanisms when you're triggered, or ways to kind of prevent, or I don't know, kind of head off your triggers and things like that. I can't remember what they were called. I'd have to look it up in my book. But yeah, go easy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Take all of the time that you need. You don't have to make yourself relive, every bad experience.
I think she
in one
went through a
sitting.
lot of them pretty quick.
It literally happened all in a second. They all just came
Right.
back to me, and it sucked. But
Do you wonder if there's more?
oh, I don't want to know if there's more. Honestly, the fact that I understand it happened and why I feel this way about certain things is enough for me. I don't need to remember everything.
I know.
So
And I'm
that's
pretty
But didn't you
actually-
remember? You did know something.
So some of the titles that I've given
Sorry,
y'all
Dani.
on like my diagnoses or whatever,
Mhm.
they come with disassociating. That's like part of my personality. So I do this quite often throughout the day where like time just passes and I'm like, oh, yeah, I was just not there for that. In my head, I wasn't there for that and I don't remember, but I know I was physically there. Have you ever experienced that, Matt? Or?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I think so. If it's similar to, when you like get in your car to drive somewhere, and the next thing you know, you're there, and you remember zero of the drive, and you're like, "Holy fuck! How did I get here?"
Yeah. So a lot of people do that, but now there are people who do that, and they could flip it on and off when they want, especially when something traumatic's about to happen.
Oh.
It's triggered by emotion, so I do that quite often.
Like they get ready to make sure this doesn't go into long-term like memory storage because they know it's going to be.
Well, it's there. It's just
like
you're not present and you don't remember.
Yeah.
I see.
Also, a lot of times for a lot of people, even just you don't even necessarily need to like full blown relive. I mean, when they come flooding back to you, that's honestly usually a symptom of like PTSD. And when you can't control it, when it just comes flooding back to you in flashbacks.
Yeah, that seems like a different thing.
Right. But also, I think that sometimes just figuring out what it was that triggered you and understanding, oh, that was my trauma response. Oh,
but I don't have one thing. That's the thing. Like, I know what triggers me, or I guess soft triggers me, where it remind me, but like it doesn't bother me. This one just happened out of nowhere. Like it was just out of nowhere. Bad timing.
The most recent one?
Yeah, bad. It was the only one that was that intense that happened all at once. Because there's a lot of things that I forgot.
I don't think she knows exactly. She'll hear it, but it was there were like at least. I mean, it was a lot of different stories, a lot of different events, all at once. Like not just like one thing or like two things. I'm talking like years and years worth of memories.
Well, how do you feel about having talked through all that, Jackie? I know that like your physical response, but how are you feeling outside of that right now?
Nothing, honestly. I don't feel anything right now, but I only talked about it just to help someone else. Because I like, that was my only wish when I was a kid, so maybe if I help someone else, then I'd feel better.
I hope someone gets to hear that and it helps somebody to call or do something.
That was one of the coping mechanisms I learned about today, and like one way that you can gain like control back, especially over those like flashback memories, is using that to help even at least one person.
I'm quite sure this would help many people if we could get it out there, and that's what we need to make sure happens. It's
Okay, Matt, stop thinking about it. You're gonna feel blah.
I'm gonna cry again. It's all right, but I think what was the point of doing the of her talking to her like inner child / mother at that age? What was the end goal, I suppose, of this practice or of this?
Because the idea is the same exact thing as emotional baggage.
Oh,
and it burdens you for no other reason. And
gotcha.
It usually, when you don't choose when it comes out regardless, when you least expect it, at horrible times. It causes even subconscious underlying behaviors for years and years and years that can ripple out, and especially onto your own children or other loved ones, and it basically ends up in its own way continuing the cycle of abuse.
That makes sense. So it's to take back control of I guess your brain in a way. Take back control of when these things happen and how they happen.
It's to try and genuinely heal from them.
Okay.
And I mean, that's definitely the idea or the goal. But that's why, I mean, like,
I feel like this is going to help her in the long run.
There's lots of different methods. Like I said, I gave you guys like my top probably like 3 to 5 or whatever of different methods that resonate with me that I do. But I still don't think that a cycle of avoidance is ever the answer to trauma.
Well, of course not.
Don't feel bad. It sounds like we're not really. Nobody's. I don't know. It feels like you're feeling blame for this. That was a joke.
No.
Okay, good,
I just want to explain that, like, that's where, because this stuff is important to me. I advocate for it and talk about it for a reason. And I just mean that I fully recognize how fucking hard and shitty and heavy it is. Absolutely. But I guess I just mean I guess should go to show how worth it I think that it is to do.
That's crazy.
Because I guess I've just watched it do horrible things when you avoid.
Ugh. And there are people that specialize in like helping you deal with this, though.
What do you mean?
Well, shadow work specifically, but
No, that's like what witches call it. But I mean, you could still.
I would
therapist
just
is a
call that
shadow
therapy.
worker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dealing with past traumas.
Mhm.
With psychiatrist, not psychiatrist, like psychologist or therapist.
Psychology and therapy. There's
Because
different
psychiatry,
kinds of
they're just going to write
therapy.
you medicine prescription. Probably.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So
But even medicine can still be a very valid form of treatment, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They tried convincing me when I did see a lot of different psychiatry. No, all three of them, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, back in my teenage years, and I remember they used to try to tell me I had something called I swear to God it was made up. They would call it like advanced unaware like depression or something, where they're like he is so far beyond depression that he has no idea that he's depressed. And that's why he's always in a good mood. And
no,
I'm like,
that's exactly what you have.
I'm like, that can't be possible because I'm happy.
No, you're not really happy.
I am though.
But you're not, Matt.
But
like the way you react to people, the way you just reacted to Dani already tells me that you're not truly happy. You reacted to Dani like she hurt me and it's her fault. But you're no. Wait, listen.
Okay.
You're trying to protect me in your own way by kind of attacking her without you trying to attack her because you don't mean to, but you're doing it. I'm watching you do it to her. I've been quiet this whole time, but you're doing it to her. And it's not her fault.
That's what I just said to her.
You know this, but in your mind, in your secret mind, your lizard brain mind, you're trying to protect me and I'm fine.
No, that time was to try to protect Dani because I didn't want to make sure she felt like she caused like something terrible.
Dani, do you see what I'm saying?
I do see what Jackie's saying, but I will say, Matt, that I don't take offense to it, but
That's what I thought you were doing.
Yes, I do sense and see your protection over Jackie about it. I do.
Oh, okay.
But he does this to everything in his life, and then on top of that, he adds jokes to it to make that aggravation.
No, it's make it funny.
Do you understand? Okay.
I don't.
I'm not crazy. I see it all the time.
No, that can't be right though.
I'm trying to catch up on your guys' episodes, and I'm about halfway through the episode with your dad and brother.
That's a hard one to listen. Well, I
genuinely love your guys' podcast. I listen to it like a regular old person.
Thank you very much.
I recommend it to people all the time.
Thank you very much.
I mean it though. I don't even do it because you guys are my friends. I do it because I really like it.
Oh,
but
thank you so much.
I'm halfway through the dad and brother episode.
That's a tough one.
It's fascinating. Yeah.
No, you see what I'm talking about right now?
That's what I mean. It's absolutely fascinating. Ooh, I didn't really think about that. That's true.
That's when I first noticed it. I was like, Matt is very depressed, making jokes, and then very protective in an aggressive way, but like under jokes, you know?
No.
Oh, yeah. Under the cover of the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you broke everything down, that's bad.
I don't see this.
And obviously.
I would like somebody to...
Well, that's because you're not doing your shadow work.
I am, though, because I do see therapists and
good.
counselors. So, like, I don't understand, like, what else could be done. I would like obviously not the two of you. I'll probably find someone on Fiverr or something to, like, go through, like, maybe even that episode, if that's the one where it stands out, to go through it and find, like, specific, I guess, points or, like, timestamps where the things I say lead you to believe or, I guess make you guys think that this is the case.
Okay, I'll find it for you. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, what's the timestamp right now? 44 minutes? Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Not this one!
Oh! You mean the dad one?
Yeah, I'll find it for you. But here's the thing. It all comes down to you not communicating to anyone well.
I communicate well
No, you don't.
now since the Greeks.
No, you don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I tell you everything.
Yes, but the way
Well, telling you everything doesn't necessarily mean, yeah.
When something happens that goes wrong, hence, the other day I asked us to start recording earlier.
Yeah.
When you saw it, you took it as, oh, like you made a mistake, and then you were going backwards, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, bye. I guess you just don't want to talk to me. Like
No.
As a joke. You said it as a joke.
I think you misread, but kind of a little bit. It was more like...
It was a joke. But this is how he turns in his head.
You said... Hold on. You said, we'll do the thing at 7 tonight. And I said, great. We always start at 7 my time, by the way. So, I thought 7 my time. Makes sense. And then she started at 5. I was taking a nap. And she was like, well, I guess we'll have to do this another day. And I was like, wait, what? And then 82 more messages. And then,
literally?
No, it was like 17.
10.
Yeah.
It was not.
It was a few. It was a few. And then she was like, this is why we need one communication channel. And I'm like, oh, so you want to just do email and then just like not talk like via voice or like text anymore? And then she was like, how did you jump to that? I'm like, that's what one fucking like voice channel means, is we either email or text or talk via, I don't know.
Matt, I have an interesting theory to propose. I haven't necessarily flushed this out yet.
I would love to hear
So you guys give me your opinion. But
okay.
Matt has I'm serious, one of the nicest laughs I've ever heard in my whole life. I'm serious.
I agree.
It's one of the nicest, pleasant sounding laughs ever. And that's saying something, because some laughs suck so badly.
Fine.
Like, badly. No, I love your laugh too, Jackie. But Matt has one of like the best ever in the world. That's a big deal. And even Tiffany today I was using your guys' intro for your podcast as an example of something I was trying to talk about for our podcast, like just using a sound bite leading into music. And Tiff kept interrupting and not listening to it because she kept telling me how much she loved Matt's laugh. And so I was like, yeah, I know, I love it too. Focus, listen. And so is the laugh subconsciously to like throw people off course when you have to like confront them because you don't like confrontation. And maybe you do it on accident because it disarms people. And so it makes it easier to confront them about stuff.
It is my natural laugh. But I do...
Of course it is. I don't think it's fake.
I do throw laughs out when I'm uncomfortable or when I have to say something that makes me uncomfortable, which is pretty much anything.
You just said you had good communication, but you're uncomfortable saying anything.
Most everything.
No,
like
he communicates things, but he doesn't communicate his important things, you know? Like he communicates things to do instead of, hey, I'm feeling this way because of this. Or, hey, let's do this because of this. It's more like, hey, I did today. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you this. Oh, look at this. We have to get this done.
If your neighbor from 12 in the morning until 6 in the morning every day had 3 children screaming at the top of their lungs, at what point would you do something?
Immediately? I don't have the patience.
How many days?
Like
weeks.
Not even a
couple of weeks.
Hour. Wait,
I'd say like a couple of weeks.
I would say an hour.
An hour into like 1 a.m. Jackie's all over it. It's 12
like
p.m.
Once a day?
It's 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'm quite sure they're doesn't matter. But their kids are screaming, wailing, all 3 of them. They're all like
how? What
they're
do
like
you
1,
mean?
2, and 4.
Stress?
No,
having fun?
Like they're getting the shit beaten out of them. But let's not get that dark. I have called the police. I've called CPS. I've called it. Anyway, that wasn't the point of the story. The point of the story was,
but if it was just
how long until it got to you? Like, how long until you confronted somebody?
Well, Jackie said an hour. So Jackie's calling that.
Hey, if somebody
12 a.m. and they're making that much noise.
Oh, I guess that's true. If it's 12 a.m., I'm doing something.
How about this? If somebody cuts in front of you at line at the grocery store, would you say anything to them?
Yes.
Yes.
I would not.
You're in my way.
Not even close. I'd be like, sorry, sir, and I'd take a step back.
This is what I'm saying. Matt's the horrible communicator.
That's not.
No.
That's not
that is-
depression, though. That's just.
Okay, this is what happens, Matt. That
No,
person
it's
cuts you in
nice.
line.
It's nice to a fault.
No, it's not, because it's being mean to yourself.
Exactly.
It's nice
the person,
to a
Which means you don't
fault.
care about yourself, which means you're depressed.
I love myself.
Exactly.
Literally.
I'm quite literally the funniest and most intelligent person I know. So
I'm depressed. Jared's depressed. I have anxiety. Jackie has anxiety. Jackie, do you get depressed? Do you have
Yes.
bouts of depression? Yeah.
Yes.
I
Human
get
beings
sad.
have depression. You also have depression, Matt. Are you a
But
human being?
The way he hides it is through laughter, and it's through
Yeah.
like being happy all day. Because this is
Sometimes
what
you just
happens.
gotta be
Matt.
depressed.
Exactly.
I call it
agree.
sadness, and that goes away. You listen to a couple
No.
songs from Moana, and life is good again.
I told you guys this last week, remember? I when I talked to you on Thursday, I was having a sad day on Wednesday, and I just didn't fight it. I was like, nope, gonna be sad today.
Okay.
Gonna just be depressed. Now, you know what I did? I watched The Virgin Suicides. I watched the most depressing movie I could think of, and I just
Dude,
sat in my sadness.
Requiem for a Dream. Yep.
Same, exactly. In fact, I told Jared, I was like, it's kind of like the woman version of Requiem for.
Is it really?
Honestly, it's that depressing.
I gotta
love
see
it,
this
though.
movie.
It's
What's it
such a
called?
good
One more
movie.
time.
You ever seen it? It's called The Virgin Suicides.
Never heard of
I
it.
want to say in 1998. It's
Oh,
baby
right around
Kirsten Dunst.
Basketball Diaries?
It's like baby Kirsten Dunst and baby Josh Hartnett.
Oh, wow.
I was 4, so
Let's see when it is. 1999. How old were you? 4?
oh no, I was 3.
Even younger.
Mine says 2006, so I typed in the wrong movie.
Incorrect. It's called The Virgin Suicides. It's
Oh.
literally, yeah.
I got,
It's really sad. It's really good though. It's an old
Yeah,
indie
okay.
movie.
oh,
It's like a good classic 90s
Y'all are really
indie.
making me feel young.
this looks really good.
Sorry.
Dude, that is a young Kirsten Dunst.
Dirt.
Dirt.
I almost said Fred Durst, so I was like Kirsten Dunst.
Dirt.
Danny and I did the same time.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Here's
So-
the deal. Even though you're depressed, Matt, and so are we all have a good time together, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Listen, I
Oh
don't.
wait.
I wouldn't mind being depressed. Here's a few things. Listen, in 2 days, it's my mom's 2-year suicide anniversary, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I
Happy
will.
suicide anniversary.
Yeah, happy suicide anniversary, Mom. I will not be out of bed that day. I guarantee you.
That's
Right.
not true.
No, it is true. I know it. I mean,
You are gonna at least.
I don't listen. I don't want to will it, so I'm not going to say that's going to happen. Just
But it's also okay if you do, and you let
be,
yourself do
be
that.
forewarned. I could spend a few days bedridden
I think
or
that's
bedside.
even if you're not literally in bed. If you need to just unplug for a few days, do it.
That's probably
Do that
gonna happen.
whenever. I have learned to fucking unplug. If there's one boundary I have learned to put my phone. This is big for me because the kind of anxiety I typically deal with is like death stuff. Like I'm scared that everyone I love is dead all the time, like constantly. All the time.
I have dreams like that a
Wow.
lot.
I have no idea. I'm trying to.
lot.
My friends. So Sadie thinks it comes from Jared's accident.
What happened to him?
Did I not talk about that last time? I'm so sorry.
Yes,
I'm
we
sorry.
did.
I thought
Yes, we did.
I did.
Oh, yes. Oh
I was
my
like,
God, yes,
shit.
we did. Okay,
I
thank
was
you.
like, holy
God
cow,
damn.
Fuck, I really
I was
thought I
like,
did.
wait.
Okay, good.
I was like, wait, no, we didn't. Oh, yeah, we did. Fuck.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
all right, I
So
got it.
that Sadie thinks it came from that. I think that compounded wherever it did come from, but I haven't really figured it out yet. My therapist thinks that it's just partially from being, and this is most of us. This is one cycle. I don't know how the fuck to change, but I want to try. Being taught unhealthy coping mechanisms when it comes to coping with the concept of death.
Oh.
When it does happen, knowing it's going to happen, like, and everything in between, like, and
You-
I don't know. So I think that like it's I made Jared get one of those
Are you talking about
GPS
yourself
apps
or somebody else?
because
Grace and I do that.
the GPS app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I finally was like, honestly, ever since I downloaded it, I haven't even checked it that much. But I needed that peace of mind that I can check it. I guess
What
I
is it?
needed it. It's a GPS tracker.
It just tells you where he is.
So,
yeah.
The only
It's way
reason,
fancier than Google Maps. It's just way
it's
nicer.
nice.
Does it also have his pulse or something? Like,
No, but it can tell you how fast they drove.
Yeah, it does. It tells me while he's driving how fast he's going.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
It's pretty nice.
The only reason Grace and I did that was because I have a fear of like being taken or kidnapped. Yeah, or him being kidnapped.
He would be a lot easier to kidnap.
Mine are always freak accidents, especially car accidents for whatever reason.
No,
they're scary to think about.
There is
I'm
a
biting
reason.
my nails right now thinking about it. Actually,
I kiss the cement every time I get where I go.
Realize.
Every time I get somewhere I'm going driving, I kiss the ground when I get out of the car because I'm so lucky. Making it anywhere in one of those death machines.
My friend was listening to a podcast that they were talking about this really interesting concept about how driving is like honestly something we shouldn't be able to do, and it's like almost too much for our brains, and that's why people do disassociate when they're driving and stuff, and why people have like road rage and stuff. You slip into that's a different end of the spectrum, obviously, but the idea is that you slip into a different mindset to cope with like honestly like the absurdity of the whole entire thing, because it's so crazy that we're going like, you know, in the double digits miles per hour.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
It's where that highway blindness comes from, where you set off in your car and you just arrive and you don't remember anything in between. Or why I've got a buddy. You guys don't know him. His name is Nick. We already talked to him. He used to have a jar of whipping pennies that he would whip at cars that did fucked up things while he was driving. And that was not a good idea.
I'd be so scared someone would come after me.
Yeah. I'm
always scared about that too. People getting like shot while they're driving.
Oh my god! You ever hear those gang stories? They were told here, like in Arizona,
gang,
a lot.
It's road rage. I'm scared of.
No, they were. If a driver was driving around with no headlights on and you flashed to them.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, you've heard that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember getting told that one like every year. Never flash someone with their lights off.
Okay, y'all are giving me anxiety now.
Oh, sorry. These were like stories my parents would tell me before I would go out. Actually, maybe that's where this all comes from.
Maybe.
My dad would like quiz me before I would leave the house about random things. So like I'd be about to go to a party or like go spend the night at my friend's house or whatever. And I was a teenager. And he would seriously go, okay, you're home alone with your sister, who would have been 6 at the time, let's say, and I'm 17. You're home alone with your sister. Someone gets in the house, but you're upstairs in our room. How do you get out of the house?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And my dad would drill me like, maybe that's where this all comes from. My dad used to do this all the time and like quiz me about these things.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no.
And
No, that's horrible.
It feels like those scenes from Speed when he'd be like, pop quiz, hot shot, and then just...
I've never seen Speed.
Oh, God damn it.
I feel bad. I know, I feel bad.
I know Jackie hasn't either.
Nope, I haven't.
I just saw Jackie's little yellow square light up, but Matt answered, and I knew it was the right answer before Jackie even talked. I haven't seen it.
I have a very, very, very dark secret about that movie. I might save it for another day. But
whatever you want.
If I don't know, it's pretty light. I don't know. I suppose it's not like it's funnier than it is anything. It's just like an actual secret of mine.
So either the secret's really bad.
No, it's really good.
Or he thinks it's really funny and it's not. Or
probably that one.
Up. He fucked up.
I didn't do anything. Okay. It was the first movie that I remember getting an erection to.
Oh gosh. Now I don't want to watch this. Thank you, Matt. You ruined it.
You're welcome.
Who's in Speed? Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock.
I knew it!
Sandra Bullock?
Yeah. Oh my god, Jackie.
What?
That was a young
Miss Congeniality? Come on.
Wait.
Jackie... Sandra,
Sandy B. Come on.
I found her. She was the first one that came up on my. Hold on. Loading. Oh, yeah, she's okay.
No, This was mid-90s. Come on. That was late 90s.
I always see older photos of her right now.
She was a hot toddy. I agree. She is. She's aged very well.
Hey, I agree with that
she
too.
aged amazingly. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then, yeah, her younger, yes.
So, there's a scene, where she makes out with Keanu Reeves, who, by the way, is also
He's
terrible
not
looking.
Attractive.
Whoa!
like him.
Hold on.
Jared
Let's
loves
back
him.
up. I love Keanu. Wait, does Jared
Oh
also
my God.
love... Does he also love
He's
Jason
on a different plane.
What? Does he love who?
Jason Statham?
Who's that?
That
He's
would be...
pretty
I
good.
don't watch that many of his movies.
He doesn't watch a lot of Jason Statham.
He looks like a Cuban that ate shit. Like
Wait.
that face he
Keanu
has.
Reeves?
No,
Jason Statham?
Oh, I was like,
He
what?
looks like a
the one
Cuban
where he's
man.
like this,
Yeah, and he ate a bag of shit, and he could smell him at the same
Oh,
time.
because
I
of
could-
Looks like-
the expression on his face.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's unfortunate at best.
Make it a meme.
I had a fifth fanny pack today.
Why do you keep buying these? You don't even leave your house
What?
to wear a fanny pack.
I don't know. I think it's to get the mail.
Oh gosh.
I gotta stop. I gotta see a counselor or a therapist or something. Maybe I should stop talking to my television remote.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, seriously.
Well, do you guys want to hear some ghost stories?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I told you I saved them for the episode.
You are the best.
All right.
Oh, did you want to go over stigma stuff this time or next time, Jackie, real quick?
Next time.
All right, cool.
'Cause
Go for
that's
it.
gonna be a long video.
Ghost stories. Ghost stories.
All right. What have I told you about? Have I told you any?
You told us one. The one when
What
you
was
were a
that?
child and you saw the spots.
First one, right? The
Yeah.
floating figures, the
Yeah.
Grim Reaper guys.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Definitely not spots.
No, you said
You're
there
the
was
best.
one. There was one where you.
Oh wow.
It
I
might have
just had
been.
a phone
Might have been
memory.
Jackie. So one of you said that you saw there were spots at the.
After cars.
Was that a joke?
No. Like I was just about to tell you, when I was a kid, I used to look up at the ceiling and I would see these spots move across the ceiling in shapes, and I would talk to these shapes.
That's exactly what it was. It was Jackie.
No, because I just had this memory. But that memory you're talking about,
Dude, I swear to God, it was
else.
just a highlight of one of these episodes. I will.
I'm glad Matt has a great memory.
Oh, it is so. Dude, I have a great
I'm just
long-term.
shitting on you today. Gosh. that's
Long-term
not
memory.
fair. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Everybody does. It's great.
I'm not trying to shit on
See?
you.
Matt.
I have a.
No, that's not the proper response. Say, it's okay, Jackie.
No,
I
it shouldn't
forgive
be.
you.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh
I
no, it's
forgive
totally
you.
completely fine. Everyone shits all over me all the time, and it's
Yeah,
totally fine.
constantly.
No.
It's fine.
No, it needs to be. I forgive you.
Yes.
Not. It's okay. Never say it's okay.
Why would I
Say,
forgive you for
Oh, yeah,
making
good
fun of
one.
me?
I,
Wait, what?
I'm-
I'm
I
confused.
apologize for making fun of you.
Oh, then the
You're just
answer of
making
mine
it
would
so
be
easy today.
I apologize. No, I accept your apology.
No,
I can't
it's,
even get that right.
forgive you. I forgive you. No.
I forgive you.
Huh.
Was that right?
Yes.
Oh
Did I
my
do it
god!
right?
But then you followed up with that. Wait, was that right?
Was that right? Did I fuck it up?
Yes.
Did I fuck it up as per usual? Dumb. No, just kidding with you guys. You're the worst.
No,
I'm sorry.
but you're just like enforcing what we literally told you 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Danny, ghost story. Ghost
Okay.
story.
Ghost story.
So I told you about when I was a little girl laying in the bed in the figures.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I guess the next most significant story is so my grandma died when I was 14, and I want to say it was about a year later, I would say. Yeah, it was. And my sister and I's rooms used to be next door to each other, and at this time I would have been 15, so she would have been 4. and she had like a baby gate on her room because she slept walk, and she would knock on my door in the middle of the night all the time so that I would bring her into bed with me. And so she did. I brought her into bed. She always took over the bed, so eventually I would always go sleep in her tiny little bed. And the reason that's significant is because my room, because of the last story, has no lights. And my sister, Jules, she had, I think, a couple night lights in her room. And when I went back to bed, or in her bed, I didn't turn any of the night lights off, so it was still really bright in there. And I went to sleep, and I woke up probably, I don't even remember, a couple hours later. I would assume it was still nighttime, it was still dark. And my grandma was just standing at her desk, at my sister's desk, just standing there staring at me.
Dead grandma.
And she's had this like very classic look on her face. I was very, 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 very close with my grandma. And she just had this like look, this classic look of hers. But there was something that I knew, like, I don't know. I knew she was giving me some kind of look. But in the moment, the reason I thought of this the other day was we were talking about like the anxiousness you can get when you see spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was one of my first times in a really long time, it startled me, even though I knew her, obviously. And I like pulled like a little kid move almost, even though I was 15, and I hid under the covers. Mm-hmm. And then I came back out and she was gone. And I always really, really regretted going under the covers like that. Always.
How old was the first time?
The very first story I told you?
Yeah.
I was probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then I didn't see anything that I remember. I don't have any memories of like any spirits that I saw or anything until that night when I was 15. And I believe now, after my studies that I've done so far, I think that was the night my grandma was crossing over.
Whoa.
I think that she was like just stopping by in that form one last time before she crossed over to the other side of the
final check-in, almost.
Yeah. Because they're still with us. It's just it's in a different way. And so I think that she like, and a lot of people, if you look up stories like this online, these are some of my favorite rabbit holes to go down. It's really common.
Wait, so you don't think that when they pass to the next form, they can't relive or become immediately back into your life, like reincarnate within your lifetime?
Sounds like she thinks there's a purgatory first, maybe, sometimes.
Exactly. That's what I think about spirits that are stuck. I don't think souls that get stuck here reincarnate, though.
Oh.
So that's their version of hell.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. I think, and that's why one of the Death Witch's goals that we're supposed to do is if you ever come across spirits that haven't, it's especially if they deserve it, like they're good people or good souls, like you should try and help them cross over. You want to move on. It feels like scary. There's actually a part about this in Harry Potter, and I think it's only in the books. I don't think it's in the movies. But we just reread them recently, and I forgot about it, but Nearly Headless Nick is talking to Harry about this after Sirius dies.
How?
Because Harry was hoping that Sirius would come back as a ghost like Nearly Headless Nick. And he said that as wizards, they get a choice when they die to move on or to stay. And Nearly Headless Nick basically talks about how it's like basically the biggest regret he has was choosing to stay like that for being too fearful of moving on.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting theory. Yeah.
I will have you know, I'm not saying I saw my first ghost this week, but I thought I saw a ghost this week.
How so?
I think it was my brain playing tricks on me. Well, when the 2 lights that exist in this room are off, it's dark as shit.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you could see. Sorry, it's a little messy, but Okay, so if you look at the hampers, they're all bagged and folded clothes. I don't know if you could tell. Maybe I should just take you on a tour, like an actual tour. So it's all bagged and folded, clean clothes. They do that fluff and fold thing where they drop off your laundry done.
Yeah.
So this was right before that happened, and both of those hampers were empty and not full of bagged, ready to go clean clothes, right? So it was just that empty space in my closet right there. And I sit like right here, obviously. So I was sitting here, I was working on something stupid, and where those two hampers were right there, I saw something stand up, so it was like standing right where that blue shirt was, and I had my camera similarly situated to where it is right now, and I saw something stand up and start moving towards me, and I was like, there's no fucking way this is happening. I'm sober,
yeah,
right?
I bet it
I was
is.
Like,
you have Pisces
I'm sober,
placements,
right?
Matt. I bet it was.
I'm sober, right? I'm sober. And I turned and looked, and I didn't see anything, and I was like, that's weird. And then I went back like this, and right in the screen, I saw it like right there, and I like fucking lost it. I like turned, nothing was there, and I was like, I'm going out for a while. I just left. I went on a walk. I don't know, but
Oh gosh.
I have a story almost just like that, actually, from a couple of months ago. This was another one I was going to tell you guys. I have a little trunk, if you guys want to hear some.
I would love to keep going on this.
There's some of my favorite. I'm looking up your chart one more time really quick. What's your Pisces? Yeah, Mercury and Venus.
Me?
So, yeah, you. And your Pisces is the last sign. I think I talked about this in the very first episode, or one of them. Pisces is the last sign of the wheel. And so I have a Pisces moon. Pisces, they say, has a little piece of every sign that came before it. And so there's like universal wisdom qualities there. And so that's why Pisces can be really gifted and like psychic and stuff really commonly.
That's why I'm so smart and handsome and rugged and talented.
So, okay,
did I fool you yet?
I'm taking you through my little timeline as a spirit seer here. Okay. So there's not that many when I'm young. So that was the last one when I was like a young teenager.
Okay.
The next one, now I'm 18, I'm pretty sure. 17 or 18. I'm a senior. That's all I remember. And my parents and sister were not home that morning because they were at a funeral for a little girl at my sister's school. Mom died suddenly that week. And so they were at a funeral. I was sleeping in, as usual, because I was 17 or whatever. And this is just important to the story here, but I slept in just underwear and a t-shirt, okay? I don't have a hoodie on. I don't have socks on or shorts. I don't have any pockets of any kind, all right? And I woke up because I heard my dog crying upstairs or outside the door. Maybe outside my door. And so I assumed she needed to go outside. And so I just stood. I got right out of bed. I didn't put anything on, nothing. I just went in what I had been sleeping in. I walked out the door. And when I opened my door and stepped over the threshold, a nickel fell down, like at my feet. Just like fell. I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't thrown from a direction. It just fell at my feet, like a nickel landed. And I'm sleepy. And so I'm like, okay. Did I pick up the nickel? I picked up the nickel and I put it on my dresser or my nightstand.
Put it back on the doorstop, the top of the door.
I'm pretty sure I put it back on the nightstand. Maybe I left that one there. God, I haven't told this story in so long. I used to tell it all the time. Okay, maybe I left that nickel there. I'm really sleepy. Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Upstairs. It doesn't matter, honestly. I go upstairs and I go to let my dog out and she's being super weird, which was weird at the time, but I'm being an ignorant teenager and just not giving a shit about anything. So I'm like, all right, don't go outside. I don't fucking care. So I go to use the bathroom on the main floor before I go back downstairs to go to sleep. And I peed, and when I stood back up, a fucking nickel dropped by my foot again.
What?
And so I was like, what the fuck? That is the one I picked up. That's right. The first one I left on the floor, that one I put on the bathroom counter. And I was like, what the fuck? I think I said that out loud. I was like, what the fuck? I go back downstairs to go back to sleep because I don't even understand what the fuck's going on. And I shit you not that the moment my second foot hit the very bottom floor, a goddamn nickel fell by my foot.
God, nope.
Yeah,
Run.
3 times.
Run.
3 times. That's what I did. I ran and put pants on. The nickel that was on the floor was gone, that I had left there. And I tried to get my dog to come leave with me because I was so out of it and so unprepared for this. I'm so spiritually disconnected at this time. I probably identified as an atheist at this point in my life.
Oh, you were doing down
maybe
this...
agnostic, but I was angry. I didn't give a shit about spirituality that much, is for sure. And so I genuinely at this time am not even thinking about anything paranormal, and for whatever completely illogical reason, I think someone's in my house fucking with me. Even though it's impossible because I would have had to have seen someone close enough to throw a nickel at me, right? But for whatever reason, that's how logical I get. So I go to get my dog, right? I'm not going to leave her there. And I fucking, oh my God, I'll never forget this. I go upstairs and I'm on the second landing going upstairs, but I'm not all the way on the top floor yet. And my dog backed out of my parents' room and she's just staring upwards. And she will not, no. She was staring upwards. She ran back to my sister's room, like just ran, and then came slowly walking back, staring up at the ceiling again. And I was like, all right, I said out loud, all right, you're on your own, fuck this. And I got the fuck out of the house because I was so goddamn scared. And I went and got my boyfriend at the time because my parents were at this funeral. They didn't answer their phone. And I was like, I seriously think somebody's in my house. And he went and searched my whole house or whatever, and nobody was there. And then he went home. My parents got home. My mom yelled at me for the whole thing and told me not to tell her the story. She always goes, I don't like that stuff. Don't tell me that.
What?
And
What?
Yeah. And because it's scary. And I was like, okay, I'm scared too.
And the Bible isn't?
Yeah, seriously. And my dad, I remember he was kind of giving me a hard time. And then when he finally listened to the story, he was like, oh, damn. But he didn't know how to explain it. And then when I went downstairs to take a shower before work, I picked my hoodie up off the ground or something. And the fucking nickel fell out of it again. It was really intense. So then I learned...
Light the house on fire.
A year or 2 later, I think it was a year later, one of my coworkers and mentors and friends of mine died when I was 18, and he died suddenly. And I found out later from another coworker and friend that his mom was having all these experiences with dimes. And that her grandkids, which were his nieces and nephews, came running in the house one day going, Grandma, there's dimes everywhere. And when she went outside, there's a trail of dimes leading in. She would find them between stacks of like old books at the school she worked at and stuff like that. So my friend looked this up at the time, and this was a year later after my nickel shit happened. And apparently it can be a really common thing that spirits leave as like little signs or like trying to communicate when someone specifically has died suddenly and like unexpectedly.
No.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, how do you think it's cool? It's really cool. I like it.
I do like it a lot. And I think had it just been the first nickel, that would have been explainable. The second one was like, no fucking way. And then the third one, I was like, no. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and then it happened at the very end. It sucked.
And then there was a fourth one.
Okay, and then I have some now ghost stories that are in my own
house. No.
Okay.
I want to hear this.
I won't.
I told Grayson I would be off at 11, and y'all are going to make me have nightmares.
Okay. Okay, you're totally fine. But maybe on Halloween or something.
Yes.
I can't wait. Yes. I can't wait.
That sounds awesome.
That one, we have to do a dressed up one. I'm okay
yes, we do.
If you want to visually record, I'm okay with that because I won't look like myself.
Oh my God, you're gorgeous. So that's not even.
I'm not
nice.
afraid of
And-
that. I'm afraid of like someone finding me and my mom finding it and then she coming up.
Oh, and like
Get out of me.
recognizing you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Well, you could just hide. Right now, it's like totally acceptable and socially acceptable to hide your identity right now. So you could just wear sunglasses. And
Best time to be a robber right
Exactly.
or a bandana.
Yeah.
I've been wearing bandanas on purpose.
Ooh.
I like them a lot. Now,
That's pretty cool.
I think we should dress up. Also, I wanted to let you guys know we take Halloween extremely serious around
I
here.
would
Jared was
imagine so.
born on Friday the 13th in October, and I was born on October 30th. We take
No.
it. We do. So part of the reason we started the
Pagan.
podcast is we watch. It's called Halloween Horror Movie Marathon Madness Extreme, and we've done it for I think 8 years, 7
On the
years
Horror
in a
Channel?
row. Well, now we do it on the Horror Channel. We used to just do it for fun, but we watch at least one horror movie every single day in October. It's also called
Every
31 Days
day?
of Halloween. Yeah, every day.
That's
Usually
a
we
lot
watch
of
more than
movies.
one. It gets really depressing by like the third week. I start getting like nightmares and stuff like that, and Sadie's always like, "It's because you're fucking consuming yourself with horror movies."
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening this far, and I didn't think you'd make it. We appreciate it very much. Just if you could do us a favor and go find us anywhere and follow us, rate, subscribe.
We'll be under the tree meditating.
Yes.
Go find us.
I will have a rainbow coming out of my head.
I was
is that
hoping you
possible?
would say ass.
I will have a rainbow coming out of my ass.
Like a unicorn.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Well, we're at Twitter, Magic for Humans, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. The link is through the website on that one, which is magicforhumans.com as well. Oh, we have a second Instagram, which is Magic for Humans, the number 4, and then with an S.
Like, comment on all our pictures, videos, and download and give us stars on the iTunes, please. The iTunes.
Yes, especially the iTunes. But anywhere you get your podcasts or podcarts, rate, subscribe, and comment, please. We will read the positive comments on air.
Ooh, that's nice.
We'll read the negative ones too, because it'll be fun. Don't leave negative ones though.
If anyone leaves us a 1-star rating, I will go and murder you in your sleep, in your dreams, and then you'll wake up and be murdered again every time you go to bed.
You'll be living the same day over and over. It's like
But you're not sure if you're awake or asleep.
It's deja vu. And please feel free to go to the website and send in any art. Music is great. Drawings are great.
And
Jokes are
anything
great.
that you find that inspire you from our podcast, we will gladly look at it, post it, or even promote you as well. So thank you very much for any artwork that's sent in.
Yes, thank you very much. Go to the website, check out our gallery there where we're going to have, featured artists and featured selected art. Also on the website, we do have Venmo and PayPal if you want to support us to get this, I guess,
Dollar
project
goes a
off the
long
ground.
way.
It
Yes.
really does. Our editor isn't cheap and I talk a lot. Help. Back to the show.
Did I tell you don't watch Happy Death Day 2 if you haven't already?
We watched it.
Okay,
We
that's
didn't mind it. We like we.
Oh no,
those
it has
movies are
nothing to do with
goofy.
finding it. It was a good movie. It was.
Why do you mean don't watch it?
Oh, I think that was more of a advice to me thing. When she realizes she's reliving the same day again, except this time she's in a parallel universe.
Oh
And
yeah.
every day she gets to have lunch with her mom who killed herself like the year before. And that scene,
Yeah.
every fucking time that scene happened, I was just like a mess. But it was funny because like every movie that came out for like the next 8 months like featured mom suicide scenes. It was like even Happy Death Day 2 was like mom suicide scenes, just like 40 minutes of it, you'll be fine. And then
Damn.
Detective Pikachu, yeah, sure, mom's suicide, throw it in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, can I have a movie like not about this? Oh god. And then we saw, what was that one? There was a horror movie that took place in like Sweden, and it was about this weird fucked up like cult family. It was the same guy who did not Deliverance. It was God, all his movies are the same. I'm gonna figure this out. I want to say Wonderland or Wonder something or other. It was called oh god, what's the movie? All right, it doesn't matter. The one thing I wanted to say though, thank you for the compliment about my laughter.
You're welcome.
What? That was so out of context.
I know.
Matt.
I've been hanging on to this one for a while. I have had a few people tell me, what you should do is go to your like local comedy club and offer to just like offer them to pay you to like sit in the crowd and laugh because you have a natural contagious laughter. And it would get people that are not laughing at comedians to actually start laughing at them.
You said
That's a
this
good idea.
before.
I know. Not to Dani, but I've said this before.
Yes, you did.
You did?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I don't think
Yes.
so.
What? You're saying you came up with this idea for a job? Is that
No.
what you're saying?
No, I'm saying
He
my
got
friends did.
offered this.
Yeah, I didn't.
You
well,
did
no.
full blown get offered
No,
it?
no. I just had people
Oh.
tell me I should try this.
But you should.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I think I'm gonna. Oh, it was called Summer. It started with a Summer, SOMMER. Summer something or other. It was called Midsummer.
I don't think I've seen it. Horror movie?
MIDSOMMAR. Midsummer. Midsummer. It stars Florence Pugh, and she is great in this fucking movie.
Huh. It sounds really familiar.
Straightforward slasher film set amongst Swedish cultists. After,
Whoa.
yeah, shot on location in Budapest. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah.
Even Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high rating. And
It's
they
a good movie. It's really really weird. If you didn't see the movie, this is this director's second movie. His first one, it was equally as weird. All his movies end with like these gigantic cult rituals, like filled with like lots of naked old people, and it's really 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 weird and hard to watch. But aside from that, it was a good movie.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Maybe I'll-
Don't worry about it.
No, we'll try it.
Oh,
I like movies.
are you guys doing when's the next episode of that show coming? What do you guys got coming on
Which one?
Your horror show?
We need to do that, and
Oh.
we're going to do a kind of fake out episode. So instead of pitting them actually against each other, we're going to kind of do a
co-op.
throwback to the old style of our show and just review the Child's Play remake and The Curse of La Llorona.
Dude, the Child's Play remake I really enjoyed, and what was
We loved it.
it was so
We
good. It was
loved
so
it.
fucking good.
And
then-
have you seen The Curse of La Llorona?
Dude,
It
is that the one with the
good,
kid in the car?
good. Yes.
Fuck
yes.
off. That movie.
Fuck that. Fuck that. That
that-
was so good.
That was
That
the
movie
first time
fucked us
I walked out of a theater during a trailer for that movie.
It was so scary.
I did see it.
So
I
good.
did see it.
Yeah, so we're gonna review those two.
I watched it at
I don't know.
noon.
We're gonna try and
with all the lights
record
on.
this week. Yeah,
Well-
well, we watched it at night.
I have a lot of catching up to do, so I don't even like horror movies.
You don't have
We
to
don't
watch
have to
anything.
watch a horror movie. We could do like Jared and I have been dying to do a horror comedy episode,
Oh,
and
dude.
so we could
Tucker
do like
and Dale.
Tucker and Dale.
Tucker and
Yes!
Dale! Yeah!
Yes! Tucker and Dale.
Oh, and I just saw another good one.
You guys doing the
Oh,
podcast first?
sorry. You keep going, but
We're probably doing a podcast, right?
Oh, it's just,
there was another one that was
We're
just like Tucker and Dale I
talking
just
about
saw.
Horror movie.
Um,
Yes, we should.
Oh, I remember. It was about the two girls who started they started a magazine at their high school about the serial killer in town.
What's that called?
Let's
Wait,
see,
hold
it's
on. We're just gonna keep going down this whole map. Hold on. Hold on. For when Jackie and you come on, we'll do horror comedies. We'll figure it out. But yeah,
Tragedy
Jackie, did
Girls.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, it is as good as Tucker and Dale.
Oh, it's a comedy.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay.
So maybe we could do those
Tragedy
two.
Girls. That's gonna be a good idea.
I want to thank both of you for everything. I mean, literally everything. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without the two of you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I don't know what I would do without y'all either.
Seriously, you guys have meant like a lot to me, especially
So
the timing has been pretty impeccable and much
insanely.
needed. Yeah,
It
much
feels like
needed.
we planned this,
Oh, I
We
wonder-
did.
like cosmically.
Exactly, we did. All right, well, I'll go too then. I might
All right.
as well. Yeah.
I'll talk
And
to
I want to
y'all-
talk to you guys soon, though, okay?
Oh, we'll probably be emailing before the end of the night. No, I'll talk to you guys this week. Hopefully tomorrow. Well, anyway. Bye, guys. Thank you again.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Have a great one.